The landmark Right to Information Act 2005 ushered in a new era of transparency and accountability in governance. Further, the enactment of the Lokpal Act 2013 marks a major step forward in strengthening the institutional framework for addressing corruption. Our Prime Minister has also mentioned, and Minister of State Mr. Narayan Swamy, about several other legislations pending before the Parliament. Once enacted, they will add to the formidable array of measures in place to address corruption. Friends, while there has been no letup in our national efforts to root out corruption, we have to acknowledge our limited success in this area. Corruption remains a major stumbling block in the progress of our nation. It has increased transaction costs, reduced efficiency of public services, distorted decision-making process, and undermined the moral fiber of our society. Corruption has reinforced inequities and limited access to public services by the common man, especially the poor. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, we have all been witness to the huge public outcry over corruption in recent times. The air is thick with despair and cynicism. There is urgent need to restore the faith of our people in our governance system and the credibility of our institutions. Introducing in Parliament the resolution for establishing the CVC, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri observed, and I quote, "Stamping out corruption is a very tough job. But I say so in all seriousness that we would be failing in our duty if we do not tackle this problem sincerely and with determination." Unquote. The fact that corruption has proved to be intractable should not make us lose confidence in our abilities to address this problem. As Shastriji said, this is our duty and we must confront and challenge head on. Let us redouble our efforts and address corruption on a war footing. The CVC has an important role to play in future. The Central Vigilance Commission Act 2003 provides extensive powers to CVC, including reviewing progress of the applications pending with competent authorities for sanction of prosecution and exercising superintendence over vigilance administrations of various central government ministries, departments and organizations. The CVC has powers to protect whistleblowers under Public Interest Disclosure Resolution 2004. The CVC is principal advisor to the government on all matters relating to vigilance administration and is required to conduct vigilance audits of various systems and procedures in organizations as well as asset managements establish effectively internal control systems and procedures. The CVC must re-energize itself and proactively lead the charge against corruption. While corruption is a global phenomenon, rapidly growing developing countries like India face a particularly difficult challenge: ensuring sustainable growth, eliminating poverty, raising the quality of life, promoting industrialization, providing jobs require quick decision making by the executive. If the executive has to deliver results and demonstrate efficient governance, it needs to have substantial financial powers. At the same time, provisions of such financial powers and administrative discretion in governance gives rise to opportunities for nepotism and corruption. The CVC must expeditiously investigate all allegations of corruption without fear or favor. It must at the same time ensure that vilification campaigns to destroy the reputations and careers are not carried out in the name of checking corruption. CVC should be an ally to good governance and facilitate speedy, responsible and bold decisions making in the interests of the country. Members of the CVC and its staff must also set an example by maintaining the highest standards of probity in the discharge of their functions. I compliment the Central Vigilance Commission for having chosen as the theme of today's seminar the role of accountability institutions, investigating agencies, civil society and media. As has been seen in recent times, civil society and media, especially the new media, can be initiators of positive change as well as force multiplier. The CVC has in the past introduced many innovations such as e-procurement, reverse auction, by leveraging technology, integrity pacts, independent external monitors, etc. I hope the seminar will help CVC evolve many more such instruments and explore new dimensions in our fight against corruption. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, as I have said on earlier occasion, corruption is a cancer that erodes our democracy and weakens the foundations of our state. The solutions we find must complement and strengthen the existing institutions. A large number of opinion polls and surveys reveal that corruption is among the foremost concerns of our citizens. We must engage in serious introspection on how both petty corruption which affects the public at large and grand corruption involving the higher echelons of the government can be eliminated. I call upon the CVC to lead the way in cleansing our government and contribute to reversing the cynicism of public towards government functioning. I am confident that CVC will continue to function as a strong and effective body, making useful contribution to enhance probity in governance and checking corruption as well as maladministration. I extend my best wishes to the success of your seminar and continuing success in the organization. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.